The first time I noticed something was off, it was a Tuesday. The office always smelled faintly of burnt coffee and printer toner. Sunlight spilled across the rows of gray cubicles, catching dust in the air like suspended secrets. I'd worked there for 5 years, long enough to know the rhythm of the place. Who arrived early? Who stayed late? Who smiled too much when something was wrong? I'm Mark, project manager, reliable, predictable, or at least I thought I was. There were 3 people who mattered in this story: Emily, Jason, and Ryan. Emily sat across from me, smart, sharp, the kind of woman who could dismantle a flawed proposal with a raised eyebrow. We had been working closely for months on a major client pitch. Late evenings, shared takeout, quiet laughter over spreadsheet disasters. Somewhere between strategy meetings and coffee refills, I started looking forward to her texts more than I should have. Jason was different. Loud, confident, ambitious in a way that made the air feel thinner when he walked into a room. He joined our team 6 months ago and immediately began circling opportunities like a hawk. He laughed too hard at the director's jokes, volunteered for presentations that weren't his, complimented everyone just enough to stay likable. And then there was Ryan, my closest friend in the office. We started the same year. He'd been best man at my wedding, the steady one, the kind of guy who always had your back. At least that's what I believed. The first crack appeared during a meeting with senior management. I had spent weeks preparing our proposal. Emily and I had built it from scratch, every number, every projection. Jason had contributed, sure, but mostly in surface-level edits. When the meeting began, Jason stood up before I could. He moved confidently to the screen. "I'll walk everyone through what I've been working on," he said. I froze. He presented our entire strategy as if it were his brainchild. Our late nights, our projections, even Emily's innovative cost model. My mouth went dry. I kept expecting him to say my name, to credit us. He didn't. I waited for Ryan to speak up. He knew how much work I'd done. He'd seen me stressed for weeks. Ryan stayed quiet, eyes down, hands folded. Afterward, the director congratulated Jason in the hallway. I stood there, invisible. That night, Emily knocked softly on my cubicle wall. "You okay?" she asked. Her voice carried something softer than concern. "I didn't expect that," I admitted. She hesitated. "Jason's been meeting with the director privately for weeks." The words landed heavily. "You knew?" "I suspected," she said carefully. "I didn't think he'd go that far." That was the first betrayal. The second came 2 days later. I was called into HR. Apparently someone had filed a complaint suggesting I had blurred professional boundaries with Emily, that our late nights were inappropriate, that it created discomfort within the team. My stomach turned cold. I knew exactly how it looked. 2 colleagues staying late, growing close. But nothing improper had happened. Not officially. When I stepped out of HR, Ryan was waiting by the elevators. He wouldn't meet my eyes. "I had to say something," he muttered. "People were talking." "You filed the complaint?" My voice barely sounded like mine. He exhaled. "Jason said it might reflect badly on the team, on all of us." It felt like the floor shifted beneath me. "You believed him?" Ryan's silence answered that. That was the second betrayal, not from ambition this time, but from fear. Everything unraveled quickly after that. Jason was promoted to lead the project. I was reassigned to a smaller account while the investigation was ongoing. Emily kept her distance. The late nights stopped. Our conversations became careful, professional. I told myself it was temporary. Then came the third revelation. One evening, long after most people had left, Emily walked into my office and closed the door behind her. "I need to tell you something," she said, her hands trembling slightly. She explained that Jason had approached her weeks ago. He'd offered her a senior role on the condition that she back his version of the proposal. That she confirmed he was the driving force behind the strategy. And? I asked quietly. I said yes. The word cut deeper than anything before it. She looked at me, eyes shining. I thought you'd be fine. You're stable, respected. I didn't think it would hurt you like this. It was calculation. She had chosen security over loyalty. I sat there long after she left, staring at the blank screen of my computer. The office felt colder than usual. The hum of the fluorescent lights sounded louder. But here's the thing about ambition fueled by deception. It burns fast. 2 weeks later, the client rejected the proposal. Jason hadn't fully understood the financial model, the one Emily built, the one I refined. During follow-up questions, he stumbled. Numbers didn't align. Assumptions collapsed under scrutiny. Senior management launched a review. And this time, emails surfaced, draft histories, version logs showing who actually built the foundation of the project. It waits. Jason's promotion was revoked. Ryan came to my desk, pale and apologetic. I should have trusted you, he said. Emily requested a transfer to another department before the review concluded. As for me, the director called me into his office one last time. I misjudged the situation, he admitted. I'd like you to take over the account again. I accepted. Not because I felt vindicated, not because I wanted revenge, but because I understood something now. Workplaces are ecosystems of ambition and insecurity. People don't always betray you because they hate you. Sometimes they're afraid. Sometimes they want more than they value loyalty. I stayed professional. I forgave Ryan, but I never forgot. I wished Emily well, but I let her go. I treated Jason with politeness, but I kept distance. The office still smells like burnt coffee and toner. The sunlight still catches secrets in the air. But I see things more clearly now. Moral. Ambition without integrity destroys trust, and trust, once broken, never returns the same. Protect your reputation. Choose your alliances carefully. And remember that character is revealed when no one thinks the records will be checked.